All right, we're going over to Rod. Rod is in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rod, how can we help you today?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Ken. Thank you for taking my call today.
Sure, buddy. What's on your mind?
I have a question for you, and it's kind of a multi-part question, but I want to know if I should put paying off my student loans to save an emergency fund for a baby.
How much do you owe in student loans, Rod?
$15,000.
Okay. And what's your household income, buddy?
I got a new job last month, and right now it's sitting at around $135K a year.
Okay. And the $15,000 in student loan, is that all you owe, or do you owe on other things?
That's all I owe.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to tell you, and we wouldn't here, Dave, me, or any of us in the Money Spoke would never tell you to not add to your family because of debt. Getting married, adding to your family, those are decisions between you and your wife. But I think it is definitely smart for you to pile up some money to be prepared for that. And then, of course, unleash all the focus and power on attacking the debt once the baby gets here.
Yeah, how much have you guys have you allocated in your minds, or at least on paper, that you need to save up for the baby?
She's actually pregnant now, and because this was relatively new to me, I didn't really think about allocating until recently, and then I kind of sat down and taking a look at the numbers and trying to get my budgets set up with my new job. So I guess if I stop paying, or if I stop paying student loans until the baby's here, I would allocate all that money towards the birth, which would...
Well, it's not that you're necessarily going to stop paying on them. You're going to pay on them. Yeah. I'm saying don't pay extra, right? That allows you guys, and I want you to get, what Ken's trying to get you to do is to get to a threshold of what your target is.
You don't have a goal because you're not even sure. And so we don't want you to stop paying on the student loans. That's not necessary. I'm trying to help you psychologically get to a place where you feel much more comfortable, because you're scared right now. You're going to be a first-time dad. We get it. Chris and I have been there.
Hey, how much further does she have to go?
She has about... 5 or 6 months. But she doesn't have health insurance either. Okay. So that's another monkey wrench that got thrown into there.
And that's a matter of you talking to your benefits professional to find out when you're eligible for that and get her on yours as soon as possible.
She doesn't have a social security number. She's an immigrant. So we are kind of, which makes this question a little more complicated. And I've tried to look at different insurance policy plans, but they all require a social security number.
That changes this question dramatically.
It does. And here's the thing that I'm going to want you to do. I want you to go to DaveRamsey.com. I want you to get connected with one of our insurance ELPs, because I am not sure of the process or what has to be done or what can be done, but I know they will be. And so, again, go to DaveRamsey.com, get connected to an insurance ELP, and begin to kind of walk through that, because you may be facing a larger dollar amount than you're even anticipating. So now I can understand his tentativeness with this. And so instead of wondering, let's get the details, let's get the information and the facts so we can deal in knowns, not speculate.
All right, so to that end, you're the money guy. I know the baby steps, all right, but I've got a question on this, because I think there's other people that are in this situation. If we find out, or if he finds out, that this is going to be completely out of pocket, because I think that's what he's worried about. It feels like it could be.
Right.
So let's say it's a large number that, he's not sure what that is, and they go, you got to pay for the birth and the hospitalization all out of pocket, and he doesn't have it. That we are okay in that situation where he's where he's got to figure something out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
not pausing the debt payments, but what does he do in that situation?
The reality is in most scenarios where people run into emergencies and they don't have it, it's not that you're paying it up front, but you are going to have to pay it.
Yeah, it becomes another one of the debts.
It becomes another debt. Yeah. That's exactly right. And all you would do is approach it in the debt snowball form. So it would fall. If he had $15,000 in student loans, and the birth ends up being 25 grand, he's going to attack student loans, then go down and attack the hospital bill next.
Right.
And so that's typically the approach with that. Rod, thanks for reaching out. And I think you guys getting the answers, and I think you go in together. Once you talk to this insurance ELP, if you do a face-to-face meeting, that way everyone's hearing the information and can get all the questions answered. But that's the approach, my friend. But I do want to let people know, if you're out there and you're pondering getting married and you say, well, I've got debt, or maybe your fiance has debt and you think, we're not getting married till we get debt-free. That's not something that we would tell you. Okay, that's not something that we say. That's something you can decide. But the most important thing is that you're on the same page with getting married or adding to the family. I think it's important just to think those things through and to talk it out so you can know exactly where you are and where you're headed.